Hello and welcome back to the AI with Arun Show. In this episode, we are talking about something wild. DoorDash, the app you use to order tacos or groceries, just became an airline. On July 29th, 2026, DoorDash launched DoorDash Air, its own drone delivery service. And I don't mean that they are testing drones in some lab. They got official government approval to fly packages to your door right now. In this video, I'll break down exactly what happened, how the technology works, why DoorDash built this, and what it means for the future of getting your food delivered. Let's get into it and welcome to the AI with Arun show. So here's the headline. The FAA, that is the Federal Aviation Administration, the government agency that controls everything that flies in US airspace, gave DoorDash something called a Part 135 Air Carrier Certificate. Think of this like a driver's license, but for running an actual airline. It means DoorDash is now legally allowed to operate commercial flights using their own aircraft and get paid to carry packages through the sky. Now, this is a big deal because DoorDash is the eighth company in the entire United States to earn this certification for drones. Companies like Amazon and Google have been trying to get this kind of approval for years. DoorDash just joined a very exclusive club. Now, you might be thinking, why does a drone need an airline license? Well, imagine a robot flying over your neighborhood carrying food. The FAA wants to make sure that's actually safe before they let it happen at scale. So DoorDash had to pass a five-stage evaluation. This checked whether their aircraft is genuinely airworthy, meaning it won't just fall out of the sky. It checked the safety management systems, basically the backup plans they have if something goes wrong. It checked how they train the people running the operations and how they maintain the fleet over time, specifically for flying over populated neighborhoods, not just empty test fields. Passing all five stages is what makes the certification so rare and so meaningful. Now, here's an important detail. DoorDash did not buy this drone technology from another company. It was built internally by a division, DoorDash Labs. DoorDash's own robotics and autonomy company or team led by Harrison Sheik, who heads up DoorDash Air. This matters because up until now, DoorDash relied on outside drone companies to handle deliveries in the sky. Now they're moving towards what's called vertical integration, which just means owning the whole stack yourself. The hardware, meaning the actual drones, the software that controls them, and the ground operations, like how packages get loaded. Instead of renting someone else's plane, DoorDash built and now owns its own tiny airline. So how does DoorDash actually decide whether your order goes by air, by sidewalk robot, or by drone? That is handled by something called the Autonomous Delivery Platform or ADP. Think of it as a smart dispatcher sitting behind the scenes. Every time an order comes in, ADP instantly looks at things like how far away you are, what the weather is doing, how heavy the item is, and how many drivers are available nearby. Then it assigns your order to whichever option makes the most sense. That could be a human dasher driving a car, a little sidewalk delivery robot called Dot, a drone from an outside partner, or now DoorDash's own drone. It's basically air traffic control for your dinner. Before a drone can take off, there is a whole process happening on the ground. Drones can only carry a limited amount of weight before they become unstable or unsafe to fly. So DoorDash built a tool called Smart Scale. Store employees use it to confirm the exact weight and size of your order before it gets loaded, kind of like weighing your luggage at the airport. And these aren't giant drone airports. DoorDash built lightweight loading setups that fit into normal stores, things like a spot near the drive-through, a rooftop staging area, or a corner of the parking lot. That means regular employees can load a drone without needing any kind of pilot training. Okay, so what happens actually when your order takes off? The drone flies completely on its own to your address. It does not land in your yard. Instead, it hovers safely above the ground and lowers your package down using a tether, basically a strong cable that unwinds from the drone. Once it senses the package has touched the ground, it automatically releases it, reels the cable back in, and flies back to base. You don't have to do anything. No app to tap, no signature. It's fully automated from the moment your order launches to the moment the drone is heading home again. Now let's talk about why DoorDash built this in the first place. Because it's really about solving a specific data problem. DoorDash looked at their own numbers and found that more than 20% of all the orders in 2025 traveled between 3 and 5 miles. So not right around the corner, but not super far either. The problem is these mid-range trips took about 25% longer to get delivered. Why? Because human drivers often don't want that. If you drive 5 miles out to someone's house, you're now far away from all the restaurants and stores where the next order might come from. Drivers call this deadheading, driving back with an empty car and no pay. So drivers are quietly avoiding these orders and customers are waiting longer. That is exactly the gap drones are built to fix. The car has to follow roads, stop at red lights, and deal with traffic. A drone just flies in a straight line from the store to your house. No detours, no traffic jams, no waiting at intersections. Because of that, DoorDash Air can complete these mid range deliveries in about 25 minutes on average. And this frees up human drivers to focus on what they're actually better at, like short trips nearby, carrying big grocery orders, walking up to a fourth floor apartment, or delivering something like alcohol that legally needs a person to hand it over. It's not about replacing drivers. It's about giving each delivery to whichever method handles its best. Let's talk results because this is not just theory. DoorDash actually tested this. During pilot programs, participating restaurants and stores saw roughly a 30% sustained increase in order volume over a 9-week period. This happens because drones let a restaurant's delivery zone stretch further out without your food getting cold or a milkshake melting on the way. For customers, that means faster delivery on things like hot meals or medication, exactly the stuff where minutes actually matter. And for human drivers, it means better pay per hour because they are no longer stuck driving 5 miles out and 5 miles back for one single order. Merchants win, customers win, and the drivers win too. It's a win win situation for everybody. So, how does this compare to other drone delivery companies you might have heard of? Amazon's Prime Air is a closed loop system, meaning drones only launch from Amazon's own warehouses to deliver Amazon's own products. Alphabet's Wing works more like a business to business service, partnering with select retail chains. Zipline mostly focuses on medical and enterprise deliveries. DoorDash Air is different because it's an open, multi merchant marketplace. That means it has to work with thousands of independent restaurants and stores, each with their own systems, kitchen schedules, and store layouts. That is actually a harder engineering problem than Amazon's version because there is no single standardized warehouse. Just thousands of different mom and pop storefronts DoorDash has to make this work with. Even though DoorDash now built its own drones, they haven't cut ties with outside partners. They're still working with third party drone companies like Wing, Flightrex, and Mana. And those partners continue delivering in markets like Dallas Fort Worth, Texas, and Charlotte, North Carolina. So DoorDash's own aircrafts don't replace these partnerships, they add another option on top. This lets DoorDash expand faster since they don't have to build brand new infrastructure in every single city all at once while also using their own in house drones to push down costs and control their own technology in key markets. Before this scales to every city, there is more work ahead. One big piece is something called BVLOS, which really stands for Beyond Visual Line of Sight, BVLOS. Right now, many drone flights legally require a person keeping visual watch over the aircraft. To operate at real scale across big cities, DoorDash needs broader approval to fly drones farther than a human can actually see, which means proving their collision avoidance software and safety systems are reliable enough on their own. On top of that, DoorDash needs to build physical infrastructure in every new city, things like designated landing zones and rooftop staging areas. The plan is for DoorDash Air to start commercial operations in fall 2026 with full details on aircraft and launch cities coming at a company event in September. Also hiring engineers across California to make it happen. All right, so let's zoom out. DoorDash Air is not just about cool drone tech. It represents a bigger shift. DoorDash is transforming from a simple food ordering app into what is basically a small transportation network, combining human drivers, sidewalk robots, and now its own aircraft, all coordinated by that smart dispatch system we talked about earlier. By handling those tricky 3 to 5 mile trips with drones, DoorDash frees up humans to do what they do best, and speed up delivery for everyone. If this rolls out successfully starting this fall, it could become the blueprint and other delivery and logistics companies follow for years to come. If you like this video, please consider joining us as a member and support our work. All you have to do is click join right below this video. And please like, share, and subscribe to the AI with Arun Show. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.